Okay, let's see.
Okay, I think we're on.
Okay. So I'm seeing on YouTube it's a test, but when I click, okay, yeah, we're there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, let me mute it. Let me look on Facebook. Oh, I could do it on my other phone. Oh, let's see. I was trying to do it on the laptop, but it's yeah, it's there. I could do it on
So you are now looking. What are you doing now?
So I was looking at let me mute it. I was looking at the Facebook Live
Mm-hmm.
and the YouTube Live. So both of them are up.
Okay, so you want me to go look too?
Yeah, you can go look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So on our YouTube channel, where am I looking for the YouTube?
You have to go to the Gail and Gary USVI
Test.
channel.
This is a stream. This is a this is a test stream. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I do see it. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's up.
All right. No, I need to go to Facebook and see here. This is a test. This is a test stream. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I do see it. I could hear myself. You just had it. You had it unmuted. I need to go to Facebook.
I just click to open it to okay. I just clicked to open it to
Okay, and I could
do a
see it
comment.
on. I could see Gail Anetta is now live on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't start it up though. But I could see it.
Okay. Let me see if we see the comments on here.
Okay, I'm gonna start it then. That in that way. Because I guess the only way to see the comments would be to have the live going on Facebook.
So yeah, so because when I just clicked on show comments on stage, which is in the
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard, it's telling
Mm-hmm.
me that we have to increase the
They have to buy it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just open up Facebook Live. It's still muted. Okay. I see
Well,
that I see your, okay. Is it muted though? Yeah, because I ain't hearing nothing. Wait,
is
no.
you mean it's muted on your phone?
No, no, I'm on a laptop.
So you muted your laptop.
No, actually, I'm just looking at it and the volume is up, so I'm not sure.
You can't hear it on the
I could hear us talking here on the phone, but over on my laptop, I'm not. Oh, I have. You know what? I have the volume. I have the speaker muted. The speaker, not the. Over on my laptop. Okay, I could hear it. You know what? I have the. Okay, so what I just did was I um muted the sound on Facebook.
Mhm.
I muted the sound. Um and I'm still talking to you through the phone. So I guess we should ask someone. I mean, it's only the two of us here, I think.
Well, it's three people. I don't know if it's me. I know I'm one.
I hate. I mean, what I don't like about Facebook, like
This
it,
is a test.
you can't see,
Who is
you
on
can't
there?
see who it is. So
Yeah. Whoever's on there, can you
can you text
text something or comment just to
in the
see if it
comment?
works?
to see if, because we're just testing this out.
I just commented, I know, but
I know. I see yours. Oh,
okay, Zelda. There it is. I saw now when I on Facebook, I could see
hmm.
that Zelda is watching.
How you could
So
see it?
it's on my Facebook live.
Okay. So for me, I am seeing.
Okay,
I can.
Marcus say he could hear us. Marcus just came on. Thank you,
Okay.
Marcus.
I could see
Okay.
it. I could see his text just came in. I guess because you're hosting it, it you're probably seeing it faster than me.
Okay.
And
You're on
and
Facebook on your phone.
huh?
Sorry, you're on Facebook on your laptop.
Yes.
Okay. But you're not seeing the comments.
I'm seeing the comments now.
Okay.
But you told me that Marcus had sent something and I didn't see it right away. And you had also told me that Zelda had said something. I didn't see it right away.
Oh,
So
Zella didn't say anything. She's just watching.
yeah, I saw that she was watching. I saw that on the
Yeah.
screen. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
We're getting this ready for you guys. That's what we're doing now. We're just testing this out.
No, it's saying four people, but over here on StreamYard it's showing four, and over there on Facebook it's only showing
Three.
three.
That's correct. Yeah. And then on Facebook, let me see, not Facebook, on
I ain't
YouTube,
even watching YouTube.
let me
I was just
see.
watching Facebook.
It's saying one is watching now,
Hmm.
and I'm not sure who that is. So somebody's watching.
From
Let me see
YouTube.
on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, we are able to stream on multiple platforms. So we're connected on Facebook as well as on YouTube,
Yeah, that's good.
which
Okay,
is
and they
good.
could and they're saying they could hear us, so
And you all can hear us
they
good.
could
So
hear us, they could see us. But to me, I do the comments part, that's not fast enough for me because if we're having a conversation and they're sharing information, we need to be able to, we need to test that because,
well, it seemed it's definitely a delay because
mhm,
even when the volume was up,
mhm.
I could hear the delayed conversation on Facebook.
Oh, well, yeah. So I muted the mic on Facebook.
Yeah, I muted it too, but before it was muted, it was delayed. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
hi, Miss James. We're just testing. We're trying to stream on multiple platforms so that when we do start what we have planned, we could be on both YouTube as well as on Facebook.
And Angelica Brown said she can, yes, I can hear and I can see. So that's the good part. We can hear, we can see, but it's just that their messages are coming in, not,
They're a little
not
delayed.
yeah.
Yeah. So I believe though, Gary, because you know this thing says if you want to see the comments on the StreamYard, you have to go up to
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
level. So I
Okay.
believe that's probably where it would be more timely. That's my
Mm-hmm.
assumption.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, this is
This is it.
this is it. So
Yeah, what
yeah,
does that on StreamYard? That it looks like a comment box and it has five. Well, as a number five. Do you have that on your StreamYard? It
comment
has like a red
box.
five notification.
No,
The-
I do
oh,
not have that. So
let me click
that
on
has
it.
to be something
Uh-huh.
you
That's
probably.
the comments. I seen them.
Okay, yeah, I could see comments too, but I'm not seeing five.
Well,
Oh,
now that I clicked on it, the number has gone, but I can see Miss James
okay.
just said, okay, carry on. Is
Yes.
yeah. So you can see the comments in StreamYard.
Yeah, so I don't know. Oh, there's probably just say on the stage. So maybe that's a separate. Oh, I know
Okay.
what they mean. I think when they say on the stage, you know when you see the comments rolling up on the side
Hmm.
when you somebody's doing like a live stream and you could see the comments actually on the
Oh, I don't
screen.
know. That would totally confuse me.
I believe that's what that is. Yeah. So yeah, we
But
could see it.
okay.
We could see it. Yeah.
But I don't know how quick it is though, because she sent that. It's saying here that it came through at 5:14
Right.
p.m.
Right.
It's 5:06. Okay, but that was 2 minutes ago. Okay. Hmm.
Thank you everyone for participating in our test. We didn't come on here to really talk about anything. We're just testing the platform because we will be doing some, what do you call it? Podcasting, Gary?
Well, we ain't calling no podcasting yet. We still.
Listen, right now it's just live with Gail and Gary.
we
Yeah.
we want to do podcasting, but we got to first. We got to get our
Listen,
stuff together first.
listen. These people is called anything podcasting. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but we will be going live with Gail and Gary soon. So we just testing out the platforms to see how we could go live on multiple platforms. So now we're gonna be on Facebook and YouTube live.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's all we're doing. So we're glad that you could hear us, you could see us, and yeah. So we just have to figure out when we're gonna start. Yeah. So Gary, what are you doing over there?
This is a test stream.
Right. Oh.
Okay, I do see it. Wait, Facebook.
Yeah. So it's up.
Where's the volume? To go to Facebook. Mute. Okay, so I just went over to YouTube to mute it, but it looks like what was supposed to be live on YouTube isn't really live.
What do you mean it's not live? It's live.
Mine was still showing a conversation from that we were having earlier.
Well, I don't know what the delay
Now
time
I have it like it
is.
was the red line that goes across at the bottom was not, it wasn't live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it was,
Well,
you know how YouTube you could like scroll back.
yes,
That's
yes.
where it was. It wasn't to the end. No.
Okay, okay. Because mine is showing that it's live.
Okay, it is a yes. I just turn on the volume so we don't have the echo.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just want to see if I let me turn it on. Let me see if I what I will hear. I just turn on the
Okay.
volume so we don't have the echo.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, okay.
I just want to see if I let me turn it on. Let me see if I what I will hear. See, it's a little delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I just want to see if I let me turn it on. Let me you see if hear I it what I will
Yeah,
hear.
yeah,
See,
I
it's a
can
little
hear it. It's
delayed.
delayed.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I just want to see if I so I muted it again.
Okay. So,
So good.
so y'all
I
want
don't
to
know if
see
there's
Gail and
anything
Gary
else.
live?
Huh?
Since y'all are on here, you have 9 people on here.
I mean, we could talk about stuff. What we can
Y'all want
talk
to see
about?
Gail and Gary live? We have so much. There's so much going on. I mean, I think Gary and I, we always have conversations, with each other about what's happening in the world today, a lot what's happening in the U.S. Virgin Islands because we're very just we care a lot about home, and we just hate to see how things are going sometimes. But yeah, so we want to do like just talks about different topics,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
and bad.
Yeah.
Because I believe then there's a need for conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not just our perspective, but also from other people
Yeah.
about what's happening.
So Gail, I mean, I know whoever we're not. Are we going to let this one stay on the internet? I guess we will, but just so
Probably.
everybody's clear when they come logging in and seeing it, l- if like days later, whoever watches it, we are testing here. This is a test. This was not planned to have any conversations. We are testing. I think Gail, you even have In fact, I could see that you have this is a test stream. You titled that. So we're
Yes.
testing it out.
Yes.
But
Yes.
since we're here, we're like, if we could talk about something, we'll talk about something for a little bit. But if we realize we ain't really got nothing to talk about, we gonna hang up.
Well,
Hey,
whoop.
you all have anything we want to talk about? What's going on?
The things I want to talk about, I'll be honest, is not very nice things.
Yeah, we don't really want to just talk about anything that's necessarily negative.
Yeah.
Not, yeah, we don't really want to do that. All, I mean, we don't mind having conversations about things that need to be talked about, but not all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I think, I shouldn't say it's not nice things. It's just things that to me just need to be addressed. So I know we had a long power outage in St. John.
Uh
Um,
huh.
what
Did
was that?
oh, good.
That was last. That was this weekend, right? That was this weekend.
Yes.
Um, and we were out of power. I think it was about 2.5 days or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, there was a power outage for a long period of time in St. Thomas as well. I don't know which part of St. Thomas, but there was an area in St. Thomas where there was a power outage for I think about the same time. I think 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we've been having issues with having reliable energy in the Virgin Islands for quite some time, and every time it happens, it reminds us that we have to find an alternate source.
Yeah.
So, of course, when it was happening, you and I went into a frenzy. Like, oh my gosh, Gail, you have to address this.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many of y'all are exploring other alternate
Yeah.
energy sources? Solar energy, um, generator backup. You know, I'm exploring both to find out which one would be the best way to go. But honestly, I have actually been doing a lot of research on this for a long time. It's been years. And last year I got a quote um from the leading solar companies in the Virgin Islands, or actually in the St. Thomas St. John district. And the quotes were about like 47,000. One of them was 41,000, and one was 47,000. And at the time I was like, I
And one was with financing, and the one was not with financing.
correct. So one of them had financing, I think, through I think it's Oriental Bank.
Well,
Where
everybody know who the source, the company is, because that's the only one that offers financing.
right, Pro Solar. Um, and they were able to get the bill to be, I think, like $350 a month for 30 years. Was it 30 years? 20
Yeah.
years. 20, I think it was 20 years.
No,
It was
wait.
30 years? I
20,
think
20 years, I
20
think.
years. It was 20 years.
Yeah, 20
With
years.
an interest rate of 6 point something percent. So I think that's a bit excessive because when you really think about it, that's not $47,000. I mean, when you tack on the interest, you probably pay double that, right? Maybe not double, but probably 60 something, maybe closer to seventy
Well, a
thousand
lot.
dollars by the time they finish. And I'm thinking in 20 years, wouldn't they have new equipment and new technology? Of course they would. So,
They're gonna have new technology next year.
right. So your system that you invested so much money in would be obsolete by that time, which would mean you have to invest again in what's new. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't think that's a good deal. The other person, it came down like to 40,000, but you have to come up with that money, like from a loan or from your savings, or you have to sell something to afford to give them this money. So, I'm exploring other options and hopefully it works out, to be honest, where it would be cheaper. Um, and if it works out, trust me, I will be the first to let you all know. Okay. But it will be half the cost of that if
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not ready to share yet because it's not in something that's in existence yet. um and the generator option is an option, but it doesn't address the WAPA cost, the cost of energy, because you're using it as a backup source for when the power goes out. So, and that is kind of quoted around like $25,000, right? But you're still paying for diesel because it's a diesel generator that was quoted. Um, you're paying for maintenance,
Which is
ongoing maintenance.
required, which most people that have generators are saying that you need to have a maintenance plan, or you need to have someone that can do the maintenance. And the current quote or the current, not quote, because we didn't speak to the individual that does it, but people that have this maintenance plan are saying that it's $125 a month. So if you don't have someone that can do the maintenance that is necessary to keep this generator operating the way you need it to be operating, that could be potentially $125 a month.
Right. And so with and how WAPA is going out, where we're losing power like every week, multiple days a week, you have to now factor in the cost for diesel because the generator is powered through diesel. So that's an additional cost as well. So some people are opting for the generator because it's more affordable. Um, 25,000 versus or 20,000 versus 47,000. That's like half the cost. Um, but some people are opting for solar as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they're financing it. So it's a big decision, but it's something that I don't know how people are gonna continue to survive without having any backup power source because WAPA doesn't seem to be getting any better. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you're following the news, but I mean, they had a press conference the other day, and the public relations person, I think she said that they didn't even know what caused the power outage. They're investigating.
They're
So
investigating. Yeah.
first they said it was the fault. Then they said they don't think it's the fault. It wasn't the fault. Then it's talking about a connection wire could have been an issue. Then they said it was a trip from the St. Thomas power plant to the St. John power plant. So they don't know what caused the power outage. At least that's what they said. So, and then these bills. The other part about this is the bills. Like, that's a whole nother life. But I don't know
No,
about
I
you
think
guys.
I mean it's, yeah, it's a whole nother life, but I do think that they need to understand that. Um, so you know what's interesting about being a Virgin Islander that lives in the States, that has property in the Virgin Islands and a resident? Sometimes people will say, "Oh, you all don't live there. You don't know what's going on. You need to shut up. You don't need to have anything to say." But how you gonna not have anything to say when you have a house there and you're experiencing the same things that the people that live there are experiencing? So Gail, I mean, could tell you we currently have a pending dispute and with WAPA for an electric bill that is out of this world. And if that's not experiencing what a person that resides in the Virgin Islands is experiencing, I don't know what is. So, Gail, I mean, you could kind of share with them what our experience is. And this isn't the first time we've had this experience. We had it with water as well, but now it's with electricity.
Yeah, it's really not good. And I'm learning that I'm not the only one. Like, after speaking with so many different people, everybody is being overestimated, overcharged, and, you know, just these numbers that are not adding up. So my situation was they sent a bill back in August of 2025 for 1,000 and change for my light bill. And we have never, ever had a light bill that high. The previous bills were less than $100. So, of course, when I got this bill, I was stunned. But they really got me because I had it on auto pay and I didn't catch it. So they were able to charge my account and get the money. So when I notified them about it, they were like trying to justify that that was the bill. And I was like, there's no way. There is no way that could be the bill. Okay. So long story short, I had to file a formal complaint with them. I don't know if you all heard that. I had to file a formal complaint with them, and then I had to also file a complaint with the PSC, Public Service Commission, which is supposed to be an advocate for ratepayers, okay, for the public. And this is still not resolved. Where and why they are justifying this is because they're estimating bills. So estimating bills and not reading the meters. So the estimations are off. Okay. And I think they just hired some new people to actually go out and read meters. So to see what the meters are actually reading. But I've heard from so many people that they have bills. I think that I have a high bill. They have bills at $8,000. Somebody told me they had a bill for 36,000.
What?
A business person, and and it's his story is even worse because his story, he has a restaurant, and he said the bills just kept coming, and he's like, wait a minute, these bills are just going up, 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 until now it was to $36,000, right? And you know what he decided to do? Get off of WAPA's grid altogether and hook up to a generator. He said he is paying less to run his generator than the power that he was getting from the grid.
Wow.
And this is an engineer. So he said there's no way that a generator power could be less than grid power. It should never be.
Hmm.
So that's to tell you that.
They're just taking advantage. They're
So
taking it.
Marcus said WAPA has a current listing on Indeed for meter readers. So yeah, they hiring. God knows what they're paying them, but they're hiring.
Hey,
So
cuz.
hi, cuz.
Yeah, we're trying this thing out. If so, it's just a test. The only thing that I see that is right. Well, we got our audio right, we got our video right, and I see, Gail and I are not twins. We are we are 6 years apart. I'm
As if
older.
we're twins.
People have asked about that. And no, but I see that we have a lot, we think a lot alike, and look at us. I have on the boys hoodie and she has on the girls hoodie. So I don't know what has happened, but
That wasn't
sometimes
planned.
it happens sometimes with us. But anyways, I just had to, I was looking at it. I said, well, wait, how come we have on the same outfit? And we're not together. She's in her house and I'm in mine.
Yeah. So yeah, I listen. Y'all tell me what's going on with y'all with WAPA. I know some people who are here off the grid, so they are not. And that's where a lot of people trying to go, to be honest, off the grid and off of WAPA's system, you know. But it's a process. So tell me, what you all paying? What you all paying a month at WAPA? Any of you who are in the Virgin Islands?
Mm.
Oh. Nobody don't want to say. Listen, it's bad. I have a family member. She said her bill is $8,000. And she's in dispute with them right now about it too.
Wow.
And she said her bill normally does be 300 and change a month. So that's what she's paying. But they were sending bills like 1,000 and change. So it's just really, really bad, you know? But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I think there needs to be some advocacy. you know, I don't know. People need to just come together and start, protesting, protesting the
Yes.
nonsense. And trust me, even though we ain't there, y'all want us to get some gallons of water for you all. I mean, people will donate. Trust me, I think they have plenty of people in the Virgin Islands. If there's an organized effort, they would donate to the effort. They may not be able to be physically there, but they would donate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But that's enough about WAPA. Anywho, listen, you say you agree? What you agree with, Cologne, Gigi? What you agree with? Because it seems like some people, I don't know if people agree or people just mad. People are just mad as hell. And I think, you know what happens when the power comes back on? People forget about it. I think that's what honestly happens. When the power comes back on, everybody just goes back to business as usual.
I guess that's what they're counting on. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. You're hearing nobody talk about WAPA. I mean, maybe they're talking about this on the radio stations, but you didn't want to see social media when that power was off for those amount of days. Social media was hot, but now you ain't hearing nothing. So, and the thing about it is, these people who leading, like, they like I remember when that guy was in the leader of WAPA was in this Senate hearing, and he boasted about they've been sued, but nobody they won the cases. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah,
he was bragging about it. I was like, oh my goodness.
yeah.
Oh, we need to protest, but no one wants to do it. I really don't understand why there hasn't been a protest, at least with what's happening
And
there.
not just one protest. It would have to be a commitment
Try
to doing
Island.
it weekly or whatever. Even have groups or different rotations of. I mean, it's organization. They don't understand, and it's a lot of sacrifice. So you get 20 people from this community, 20 people from that community, 20 people to go down there, or whatever the number will be, and be when the news will be reporting it's the 20th day and people the residents of St. Thomas or St. John are here protesting. That's the kind of pressure they need to be seen, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, WAPA is only estimated a lot of bills. And right now, I think they started to read meters somewhat again. But
Did we get one meter read today, Gail?
so no. So I
Okay.
learned that the meter was read last month,
Mm-hmm.
and the meter won't be read again until the next month because they're reading them every other month.
Okay.
And why is that? Because they don't have adequate vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
They have the staffing, but they have vehicles to read every month.
Gotcha.
So it'll be interesting to see what it was read at.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear
And the
that.
adjustment on the bill, to be honest. I'm looking forward to see what it is, but they still need to read the meter more than once every other month, in my opinion. If you're trying to get a good look at consumption, it should be back to back. But that's me.
Mm.
Oh, Gigi said not here in St. Thomas. Well, honestly, they were estimating St. John bills for over a year. So this just started back within the last month. So my bill was estimated for more than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just don't understand how. And the thing is, they said they had these smart meters that was supposed to read without them having to actually go out and read the meters. But they found that those smart meters were inaccurate.
You see what
And
she said? That her father's meter hasn't been working for months, but he still gets an estimated bill. Yeah.
yeah, so what are you estimating on? Where are you basing this estimation? How far back did you go to determine what that person consumption is?
Hmm.
So my thing is that if they at least went at least 2 years back, because if you've been estimating my bill for a year, that's not accurate, right? That's an estimation. So you need to
Yeah.
go back when you are actually reading the meters and get an idea of what that consumption was when you were actually doing meter readings.
That would be more accurate. Yes. And that's something that you could present to the customer as, hey, so this is what it looked like with actual readings for the past 3 months or whatever they want to come up with as the um, basis for what they're coming up with the bill. But you can't just send $1,000 bill for people that are never, you're rarely in the house. We were literally in the house for 2 months
Yeah, that's the
last
part.
year.
That's the part that really annoyed me because when I was telling the person that no one has been in the house, so how did this bill? When this bill came, no one was there.
Yeah,
So how
exactly.
did you get? So you know what the person told me from WAPA? That doesn't matter. What? What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter that we certainly were not there to consume your wonderful electricity, but we still get this big bill and it doesn't matter. And then they give shitty service anyway. So it's like, it's not like they give great service.
I just, what to me, what I get from them is like, we could get away with it, so we don't really care. Because if you could form your mouth to tell me, I'm telling you, no one is in the house, so the activity as far as consumption should be very low. How are you going to form your mouth to tell me it doesn't matter?
Hmm.
That how could you even say that to me? What you should say is that, well, if that's the case, we certainly need to come out and check that meter. That's what you
Absolutely.
need to tell me. But don't tell me it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You
No
know,
kind
I,
of
I
customer service, no
what
kind
kind
of
of customer service?
apology.
And she's put that in writing.
Yeah.
And I said she because I know it's a she. But yeah, that was in writing. Come on. So anyway, I just it's not good. So I could only imagine, people who are, dealing with this every day, and not being able to, and physically probably going into the office trying to, I'm doing a lot of stuff via phone and letters but man, I know the frustration has to be really high.
Absolutely, the frustration has to be ridiculous. And then only to experience blackout, not you don't even know when it's going to happen. And then it could be potentially for several hours up to a whole day or more. It's just unacceptable with no answers to it you know
Yeah. And those alerts, I mean, I think they said they were gonna have the power restored by 3 o'clock and or earlier. And then of course that didn't happen. The power came back on, I think it was like 5 o'clock. So I could only imagine like businesses, like, how are they faring? They cannot be faring well. I know we're not faring well. We have a business. It's not a good thing, because the power is just not reliable. So I know people who could afford it, they're investing in backup. But people who can't afford it, I just, and then there are people who have special needs, healthcare needs, you
Yeah.
know, CPAP machines, cold refrigeration that needs to, I mean, medicine that needs to remain to a certain temperature. Um,
And people's all their perishables that they've bought for their families and stuff, you know,
yep.
could be ruined, and WAPA is not going to reimburse them for that.
No, no. Yeah, Gigi said her bill went up over $90 and she's barely home. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how would they get where they getting these numbers from? Like, when your consumption has changed, you know? So it's almost like they're just picking numbers. Yeah. Isaiah said, why is WAPA the only source? Um, Many states here on the mainland have multiple power agencies. They should revamp WAPA in itself, get a whole other company with upgraded infrastructure, stop placing a band-aid on the issue and just fix it permanently. Yeah. Um, they always talk about the Virgin Islands. It's a small, our population is 80 something thousand people now. I don't know if having two power plant suppliers is the answer, but I do know what happening now is not the answer. um at this juncture, to be honest with you, because to be, I mean, in the States, power, the rates have gone up too. I don't know if Gary, you have noticed that, but electricity has gone up in the United States, and they talk about this on the federal level too. Um, so when it happens in the United States on the mainland, we get slammed worse in the
Mm-hmm.
Virgin
Mm-hmm.
Islands. So I just think that we as a people just have to start looking at the source that is natural
Mm-hmm.
and not dependent on what you call this gas that they use, propane. Do they use propane? I don't know. The thing is, whatever the energy is used
Propane.
to propane to fuel electricity and get off of it. I think in the States they use natural gas sometimes and all kind of other things. But that solar investment, if that could become more affordable to people, I really think that's the way for especially people who have homes, but everybody, so that you could be less reliant on this grid system that they're overcharging for.
And is faulty and is hasn't worked from the time we were born. I mean, there has, if I think from the time you were in preschool or daycare or Head Start, you know the word WAPA because WAPA was such a common term in your home that WAPA Ghana or the current Ghana, it's like we've been hearing that all our life.
You know how impactful WAPA is to Virgin Islanders? When the power go up here, you either be saying, that damn WAPA.
Yeah, we
I mean,
still
it's
call it
like,
WAPA and we ain't nowhere close to
we know
WAPA.
we're close to WAPA, but it's like you associate power outage with WAPA, the word WAPA, which is not right, but we're so used to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I think really, if solar energy becomes more affordable to people, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. So I hope that they bring down the cost. Like I just think that they're charging way too much, you know, for people.
Yeah, because
But
it's not even affordable,
no,
you know.
and they have a tax back credit, but to me there needs to be a grant. I think it should be no tax back. It should be a grant afforded to. And I ain't even talking about. I mean, we talking about the Virgin Islands, but I talking about everybody. The United States, to me, on a whole, need to stop doing things the way they're doing. But in the Virgin Islands, especially, a grant available so that at least help you pay for some of the cost. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because I really believe
Mm-hmm.
some people, if they know they could finance maybe $20,000, that's more reasonable. You know, because that's like a car note. You could end up finish paying that within 5 to 10 years. If you have a longer period of time, you want to pay that for a lower payment. But 47,000? No. Mm-mm. And I'm talking about off the grid. This is the thing. I don't even feel we need to be connect. We could probably have the connection in the case of emergencies to WAPA, but I think we need to get off the grid systems where we are more reliant on the solar.
Yeah, because that's what really is there, solar. And I mean, I know when I remember in school hearing about hydroelectricity. Certainly, I haven't looked that up in many, many years.
And
But
wind.
yes, so what happened to these sources of energy that, yeah, I'm just like, okay, wait, we have a lot of water around there, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so
Yeah.
a scientist,
From what I
but
understand, Dominica actually has an hydro um plant where I think most of it comes from like Trafalgar Falls. Because they have
hmm
those, those waterfalls.
hmm
So they have hydro technology to help with
hmm
their power grid. Um, I heard also, listen, we talked to so many people on, was that Saturday? We talked to so many people.
definitely, yeah.
So I got so much information. I heard that on Lovango Key, they have wind technology. And I believe I don't think they have solar. I think they have wind and generator or something like that. So they don't have WAPA,
And
but
they're
again,
operating over there.
that's a full-fledged resort business.
hmm
Okay. So the technology is there. It's just making it affordable to the people, the general
hmm
population. That's the challenge. So
Does
you
Water
would
Island? Do you know if Water Island has water?
I believe they have WAPA.
Okay. A big, well, they St. Thomas anyways. I don't know why they have. Let me not even go there.
Listen, Water Island has an administrator now. So Water Island is just like St. John, St. Thomas, and St. Croix. Child, baby boom. That's another conversation for another day.
Okay.
Okay, so
As I asked Simon, there was a plan back in the day to tie the grid between the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, and they even started saving towards that project, but somehow it got scrapped. Also, since Irma Maria, the power grid in Puerto Rico has been just as bad, if not worse. Yeah,
yeah. So you might wonder, was that probably in the step in the right direction? I don't know, because they're not doing well in that area either.
yeah. So,
I just
energy
think,
sources
mm,
is something that should be a number one topic for all these people that want to become elected and want to say they want to be leaders. They need to be talking about things like that would matter to the people. Yeah.
yeah, he said Water Island is tied to St. Thomas. Yeah, I would figure so, because if they tie St. John to St. Thomas, Water Island is closer. So why wouldn't
hmm
it be? But yeah, I just think we have so much sunlight. Like we're close to the equator. We have more sunny days than rainy days. It just makes sense to me to go solar, you know. Um, but it needs to be affordable, and we've seen like these systems look like they have gotten so like advanced. Like you could get all these batteries that could help you have power for a longer period of time when there's outages and what's not. So I know that's a dream that I have. I would like to see the Virgin Islands, but St. John definitely get totally off the grid. I just I hate that. I seeing what happened after Irma Maria, where St. John was practically like abandoned. I just think it would be so much better if St. John could be self-reliant, when it comes to the power. But you know, that would take some planning, and I even think maybe some community of fundraising, some way to fundraise to help people, invest in solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Marcus is sharing some good information. The options to power generation in the Virgin Islands is solar, wind, and hydro via the waves. Yeah, we
mhm.
need to be going in that direction for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have a solar farm in St. Thomas. I don't know if they have one in St. Croix. I know they have one in St. Thomas. That was like close to Home Depot up in the hills, like across from Dunu. That had gotten destroyed for the Hurricane Maria and Irma, but they built it back.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently that's supposed to help WAPA. So like when WAPA doesn't have enough energy to use that solar energy, but I just feel like we need to get WAPA is not the answer. Individual self-reliant is the answer.
Absolutely. Their track record speaks for itself, and every if you lived in the US Virgin Islands during the time that we were living there from the 1970s to, and we don't live there, but we still are there whenever we want to be, and we have our house there, to now, WAPA has always been, I have never heard a positive word about WAPA.
I found an article. I think I don't know what newspaper. I don't know if it was the Virgin Islands Daily News, but it was maybe something else. But the article was written by Cyril E. King.
Mm-hmm.
This was in the early 1970s, okay,
Mm-hmm.
before he died. And he was talking about we need to do something about WAPA.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? And when I found that article, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, so you're trying to tell me there were a problem from back in the 1970s? Like what you said? Like what you just said?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know it definitely was a problem in the 80s because we always, I mean, we know what we experienced. It was always off,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it seems like nothing has improved. And St. John lost what we had. Um, what we used to, I guess, what we used to call it, the Green
Hornet?
Hornet or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like we're regressing, not progressing.
We're not progressing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Things is worst. And I know a lot of businesses could not survive. Because last year we had to shut down our short-term rental for months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for most of the year. Because of
Yeah. No, it
because
wasn't
of the
last year, Gail. It was the year before because last year we were home. It was the year before.
oh yeah, you're right.
It was the year before.
You're right. So
And we
yeah,
lost a
oh
lot of money, which was for our parents.
yeah.
That because we didn't have a generator or solar. And why would anybody want to come on vacation to be in your hot house? So, I mean, I wouldn't.
You got that right. Cause that house gets like hot in the summer. Cause concrete through and through. So yeah, it's not good. And I like to see when people have invested in it because they can. Because that's a good thing. But for those who don't have the money to invest in it, I just can't imagine. I cannot imagine like how that impacts their day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm. So we're Gail and I are currently exploring the options, and we'll keep you guys posted with
Yeah.
what happens, what we do, and hopefully we're gonna claim it. Some months from now, we'll be reporting that we have an option that is working very well, and then we could share. this
Yes.
information with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be a blessing, to be honest, because we're not gatekeeping for
No,
sure.
no, no.
Like, if this works for us, you all would know about it, and you could tell your friends, your family, and everybody, because it will give you options. So
Hmm.
yeah. So are we done?
We said we do this here. We're gonna try to speak for hours. So, do we have
Oh,
anything else we could talk about for the next 5 minutes? Gail, by
does
the way.
anybody, huh?
Oh no, go ahead.
Does anybody know why Water Island was added as the fourth island of the U.S. Virgin
Oh, I
Islands?
want to hear this answer. Hopefully, I know Marcus. I'm gonna put you as a resident expert. Why do we have Saint Croix, Saint John, Saint Thomas, and no Water Island? What is the real reason behind that? When Water Island really should just be St. Thomas.
And what year did it become? Maybe I need to do a Google search. What year did Water Island become a part of the Virgin Islands?
Yeah, very strange. Why Lavango isn't like the fourth island? Like we have an island.
So, okay, this is AI now. So don't fact. If this is where I get from, okay? If AI says Water Island officially became part of the U.S. Virgin Islands on December 12th, 1996. On this date, the U.S. federal government, Department of Interior, transferred control of the island to the territorial government of the Virgin Islands, making it known as the Fourth Virgin Island
But
and the
why?
last. Well, let's see.
The question is why.
Okay. It says, okay, so it says while the US bought the other Virgin Islands in 1917, while the island was purchased by the US government later in 1944. Okay. The transfer on December 12th, 1996 included 50 acres, including roads and beaches, and allowed long term residential leaseholders to purchase their land.
Okay, but why?
Well, that could probably be the reason, Gary.
So what's the
There
reason?
were these people who were leasing land from the US government could now purchase their land. Okay, let me see. Why? And when that happened, right? It's so funny. When that happened, it was like a blip on the screen. It like no, but it wasn't a big deal. I don't remember because that's 1996. So I was
In
16,
11 to
11th
12th
grade.
grade, 11,
I
12th
was like
grade.
in 11th grade, yeah. And I don't remember it being no big thing. I remember it happening, but I don't remember it being like no big ceremony or nothing.
And I was still living there. I was a school teacher, so I don't even recall. I just don't recall being a young adult and understanding the significance of acquiring Water Island and naming it the fourth Virgin
Maybe it's too
Islands.
big to be a key. Because okay, so okay, this is what they say. They say because it was owned by the U.S. federal government, they transferred the property over to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So it wasn't owned by the Virgin Islands. It was owned by the U.S. government.
Okay.
So they transferred ownership. Oops. They transferred ownership to the Virgin Islands.
Okay, but why does the Virgin Islands now need it to be? Why they couldn't just make it, hey, we have more property for St. Thomas now. Why does it have to be Water Island alone, separate? the fourth Virgin Islands?
So I don't know, Gary.
That is a very strange.
Listen, I don't- I my in my thought process, I'm thinking, why isn't it not like a key? Like you know how we have, like you said, Lavango key. I mean, maybe
I
because
mean,
the name
and
was
with
already Water
and
Island.
yeah, like there's other islands that are close by to the other three islands per se. I think St. Croix has an island. Isn't that like Buck Island that's close by?
Yes,
Yeah, I haven't been
yes,
to that, but I mean,
that's true.
there are other islands that are surrounding these islands that aren't being named the fourth or fifth U.S. Virgin Islands.
You know, it'll be interesting to find out why it became the fort. I mean,
I would like to
honestly,
know that. I would like to know that because it's so placed so very weird, um, and the name of it just doesn't go. Um, and now for them to have their own administrator, so that's a salary. And how many people live on this island?
they say almost, I think like 100.
So you have a person that's getting a paid salary with health benefits to administrate 100 people.
So Marcus said it has to do with habitation. Okay, what does that mean? I know there's residents that live there. Okay, so
Does it have a police
okay,
force over there? Does it have a fire department over? Like, what? I just trying to understand
we going,
how.
Gary. When we go back to the Virgin Islands, we are going to Water Island. We definitely have to see. From what I understand, they do have some like substations there. I don't know if it's. We have to find out if they have fire, but I think it does have like substations there. I think so.
Hmm. Okay, I just need to. I don't know, so I don't know, and I need to. When you don't know, you could become very ignorant, and I don't need to be ignorant about it. So yeah,
But
I need
people
to
used
find
to
out more.
live on Lovangoki too. I mean, not anymore, but people used to live there,
Yes.
and private landowners still have land over there, but they haven't really
Well,
developed.
but that means that was Virgin Islands land then.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But what he's saying is habitations. I'm assuming he's saying, well, there's people living over there, Water Island, but there were people living on Lovango Key too.
Habitation. But what does habitation mean with habitation? I don't know. That word doesn't mean necessarily humans. That could be animals. That could be.
Well, I think he's talking about people. Because I don't think he's talking about the animals, Gary. I think he's talking about that there are people living over there. So I
Okay.
guess that's why it would be considered like
a
it.
hundred people.
But what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. To me, if you use that logic, then why was Lovango Key not, or any other place?
Yeah,
Did Buck Island?
he's saying it. He said the amount of people living there. So the amount of people is. I mean, I don't know Gail if
Okay.
Gail's number is accurate, but she's saying 100 people. Do you see this? What I'm talking
Yes.
about when you don't know.
No, it's true. That's what it
Okay.
says about. I read it. I read it somewhere in an article.
Mm-hmm.
So AI is saying 160 to 190, but I think it's less than that now.
Okay.
So 2020 census, it was 164 people.
Well, I I want to find out more. I think it's best for me to find out more without making any more commentary. It will be interesting to see how they fare with St. John, who has out. They're considered to not have very many people, and the treatment that St. John gets. It will be very interesting to see how they will fare. Um,
I think they're gonna fare well because a lot of those people that live on Water Island have,
Cash
this is what
money.
I think,
Yeah,
because a
yeah.
lot of those homes used to be vacation homes.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting. I can't wait to go.
St. John has that too, Gail.
That's true, but St. John, a lot of St. John is owned by the national park. This is now 500 acres of land, and it'll be interesting to see who owns that land over there and why they have a whole administrator for 160 people.
And on that note, I think we should end this live. And we need to next time we do this, we need to have an organized set of topics that we will be talking about. But guys,
And
we just
that's
wanted
definitely one
to.
of them.
I do think that this would be a very good topic because I'm very interested in learning more about Water Island. Um,
We're going to do more research.
yeah, I'm very interested in knowing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like it's going to change anything. It's just, uh, you know, not knowing is not a good thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't know much about Water Island. You know.
Okay,
Yes,
that we
Marcus.
we will definitely do that. We will definitely do that because we've been saying we wanted to go, but we just didn't make it happen this last time. But
Yeah.
certainly we would want to go. And now then we
Explore.
could see with our own eyes what this is all about. And that brings me to a positive thing. Isn't the ag fair this Syncroy ag fair coming up this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's I haven't been to that event, but Gail said she's gone to the event and she did think it was a really good event. Um and Gail, what was your reasoning for saying you think it was a good event?
Well, it was definitely a display of Virgin Islands culture, and you could just, there's so many vendors showing their wares, as well as like agriculture. So you have all kind of different plants and animals, and it's a very good, they have demonstrations. It really is a really well planned out event. So
Hmm.
the next time we go, because we were trying to go this year but it just didn't happen, but I want to stay over though. I don't want to
You
just go
felt
for,
like
because
you were rushed?
it's yeah, because it's several days,
Oh, okay.
um and we only went for the one day, and
So you think that it would when you say several days, what do you mean?
I think it's 2 days.
Oh, okay, so it's a weekend.
I think
You think it would be necessary to go to that two times?
The only reason why I say that is because I think they have like different demonstrations on different days. I mean, that's my thought process. I felt kind of rushed because
Okay.
I came on a boat from St. John, and you arrive at a certain time and then you leave at a certain time.
I understand what you're saying. Understand exactly what you're saying. Because
Yeah.
if it's getting nice and heated up, you don't want to go catch no boat to come back to St. John. You want to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the option would be to stay over.
Yeah.
Marcus is
3 days. Yeah. See?
3 days. So Marcus will be there. Guys, Marcus is a content creator from St. Thomas. Marcus, you could put your YouTube page or your stuff in the chat so people could you all need to go check out his content. He has really, really, really good content. He's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, the main day is, I know there's a main day. Yeah. So Saturday is the main day, where everybody is there. But I
mhm.
guess for me, I want to try so much things. Food
Yeah, I want
alone.
to try all I want to try it all
Food
because as
alone, I
ignorant
want to try.
yeah,
Huh? Yeah.
because as ignorant as I am about Water Island, I probably am not much better about St. Croix. So I would like to experience what Crucian this and Crucian that is. I want to experience that because it's quite evident that. they it's a lot that I have not experienced that I want to experience.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So yeah, Marcus put his M Blyden Vlogs is his YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. He shows a lot of places in St. Thomas, especially where I've never been to, hiking trails and what's not that I really want to go on the next time I come down there. Um, so yeah. Yeah, see, he said he felt rushed at times too, so he'll be staying over this time. Yeah, I like to take my time at festivals, you know, and to me it was just so much people and it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that it was hot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you're like,
But the main day, it seems like that would be the big day. But if you wanted to, based on, I guess, what the schedule looks like, you could potentially be there, do 2 or 3 days.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
yeah. So I know most people do go on Saturdays. I think that's the day that the boat actually goes over from St. John.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I definitely want to experience that. I think that's a positive thing. And why not? Why not go and experience it? And hopefully, it will be an opportunity to experience what Crucian is, because I would be asking, to be very honest with you, every vendor, are you native to St. Croix? I sure will.
Well, I think we probably need to do our homework too before, because I think there are people who are known for certain things. Like, so I know I have one person I definitely want to try her wares, because she's, competed a lot in the Vienna cake competition over there and won. So I definitely want to taste her cakes. Um and yeah, just test all these things that we've never had. Well,
No,
some
and
people,
and can't give an opinion about it because, and I would be unfair to. I would never do that, um, positive or negative, until I've had it. Um, yeah, I will not do it.
oh, hello?
Hey,
Oh, you're there?
I'm here.
Okay, kind of went out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that green gauge, I want to taste that. In the Vienna cake, I want to taste the red grout.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what they call it.
And the beignet.
Beignet and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
handmade jewelry. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to. I think that they do some positive things over there, and I want to experience it. I like to see the pride that is put into it. I don't like the bragging, but and I don't like the dismissal of other people, but I do like to see the pride and I would like to experience it and see if there's this major difference.
yeah, we definitely want to. Like, that's gonna be definitely YouTube content. We want to show us tasting stuff and the differences and the similarities. Because I mean, I experienced some of it when I was there. But again, I don't think I had enough time and also information about if this was a person who was actually from St. Croix, or not. So yeah, we are going. As next year, we have to go, Gary. We have to plan for it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what are you reading? Somebody else?
Marcus is saying one of the schools is also having their student science projects. That's gonna be amazing.
Oh,
See, that's the
okay.
kind of stuff I like. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they're bringing back some cultural something. I saw an article on it. Some cultural fair, something is happening. I didn't read it, so I shouldn't even talk about it. But yeah, there's some good things happening in the Virgin Islands that we want to partake as
Hmm.
well. So
Hmm. And
yeah.
Gail, did you know that Marcus had gone to a event? I don't know what the name of the event was, but it was kind of like a fair, and they would like they had like a cold pot competition where they had to
Mm,
basically light a coal pot, and they were all, you should have seen, he, I think he showed video of it, but you
really?
should, the people were all trying to see who could get this coal pot lit the fastest. This was in St. Thomas.
Oh man, I didn't see
That
that.
was a good event. I think that's the kind of stuff that I would like to see at a fair and even participate in.
Well, let me tell you, I glad that I. You remember when I was trying to light the coal pot and where
Yeah.
I put the. I
You
didn't
did,
have
you
a
have, you
clue.
didn't put a video of you doing the coal pot, did
Yes,
you?
in the
Okay.
wrong way. I put the coal in the bottom. It wasn't me. Girl was like, "That's not where you put that."
She put the coal. I don't know where she put the
That's
coal,
where
but it
the
was in
air
the
you're
bottom
supposed
of
to
the
fan
pot, the coal pot. I was like,
underneath.
well, how you expect the pot to sit on this? You have to
I
sit
don't
on
know
the.
what I was thinking, to be honest. When you're just doing stuff just to do, but
Mhm.
I quickly was told, Gail, that's not where you put it. But yes, we have a coal pot up here too. Get mommy bought me a coal pot.
Mhm.
Oh, Nisi said she saw it. She saw a step of the
Yeah.
coal pot challenge. Yeah, I gotta go look for that if Marcus has a video on it to
Yeah.
see
But I
what
think
they were
that would
doing.
be a lot of fun. Um, trying to do this thing that we've probably seen done plenty of times, but took for granted that it took some effort and some skill sets.
Yup, because when you're children, you're not necessarily doing all that stuff. Your parents
Yeah.
doing it, and when you become an adult, you want it, but you don't even know how to do it. So
Exactly.
yeah, we
And
are
we
like
got
the.
to see, like, I remember when we were younger, we got to see our aunt, she would bake bread on the, using like these sheets of tin on the coal pot. It was very
Mm-hmm.
fascinating
Mm-hmm.
to see her do that. When we would go on the beach, she had done that. So yeah.
Mommy says she knows how to do it, so we'll see. One of these
But
days we're
she,
gonna test it out.
I don't know. We never see mommy do it, but we know that she she's experienced quite a bit, so she probably can do it.
We're gonna do it one of
um
these days.
And you remember, I used to remember we used to see our cousin Sonia. She used to, what I saw, I don't think you saw, but I saw her roasting shellfish on the coal pot.
Yes.
I saw that. I don't even like shellfish, but that was fascinating. And boy, they slugs down them shellfish.
Do people? That's a dying food. Like people eat shellfish anymore. Like I don't see that really.
Yeah, I don't hear nobody saying they get shellfish, but that
No.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not a fave for me, but I remember our parents used to love
Oh, they
that.
used to love that.
Yeah. Yep. And like you said, roasting on the coal pot. I remember
Hmm.
the smell. It smelled really good.
Yeah, yeah.
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 She said if the competition was fun. They made a grilled cheese sandwich.
They made a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, okay.
They didn't make no Johnny cake. They make no fried chicken.
See,
Yeah.
she's saying that they did the same thing. They did the shellfish as well. All these types of things is like, you want to experience these things. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, I don't know who does that anymore. Like, I wouldn't even know where to go get shellfish. And to me, that would be something that it would be good to, resurrect.
I didn't know I didn't know Miss Eddie made
Really?
shellfish patty. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that
Mhm.
either.
I wouldn't have probably asked for that because I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of shellfish.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if the fishermen actually like I've never even seen it at a fish market.
He said they used to roast corn. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
Oh,
let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you a truth about me. I don't really recall having fresh corn until I came to the States. I think it was either frozen corn or canned corn, but I don't remember us having corn in a husk. Do you remember that, Gail?
no. And when we did, it was hard.
We didn't like it. But now, now that's all I want.
Yeah, I don't want frozen corn at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
Yeah. But a lot of people from the Virgin Islands eat frozen corn and they love it.
yeah. I
But
used to like canned corn. In fact, I still does get it. But I used to like canned corn and frozen corn, whether it's the the little kernels or the cob. But now I want to buy my corn in the husk, so I could do the roasting of it on the grill, or otherwise
I was gonna say, don't be brand new. You just do the corn in the husk in the microwave.
in the microwave. I said otherwise, but I wasn't gonna share with them that I also do it in the microwave. Yes, you can do your corn, and I found that on YouTube. You just put that husk in the microwave for 4 minutes, about 3 to 4 minutes a corn, and it will cook that corn to perfection. I found that on YouTube.
And it's good. And you just kind of wash it. You kind of just wet it a little bit. Not wash, but you kind of
Yeah,
wet
that's
it.
kind of wet it down, but you really just have to rinse it off. But yeah,
Rinse,
I
right?
don't do that too.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's good. I mean, seeing is believing. When I had it, I was like, you did this in
she didn't
three,
believe
four
that I did that,
minutes?
but I had found it on YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know how I came upon that, but yeah. So that's how I don't even I do not take corn and take off the husk and submerge it in
Boil.
water anymore. Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Microwave, done. And it's good.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on radiation
On radiation corn.
corn. Woo!
Okay, Gail. I think we should get off. We
Okay.
but guy, I don't know if you have anything else you have to say, but I do thank you all for staying with us for a little bit. Listen, this was just very impromptu. Gail and I were just testing out the technology to see how we sound, how we look, um, and just testing it out. Because before we were doing it and we would go by she would either come by me or I would go by her, and we were sitting next to each other, squeeze up, can't get in the camera, and I was like, we cannot do this. This don't look
Yeah.
right. We need to be able to do this, be looking side by side, but not necessarily fighting for one
Screen.
in one camera. So
Yeah.
now I think we have it. I
Yeah.
think we have it on, and we will be coming to have 1 hour sessions. We've gone over now, but we will probably do it for an hour the most, and just talk about things, and have something organized. Gail and I are professionals. We like to have fun and we like to be relaxed, but we know how to do things that make sense. So we will try to have it more structured.
Yeah. 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 And we'll announce it, what we're going to talk about. So, if you all want to participate on that topic, you join us at that time. We haven't figured out what time and everything is best. I think after, like, probably around this time is probably best, to be honest, to start. So we'll see.
Maybe like 6 to 7.
Yeah, 6 to 7 or 6:30
Mm-hmm.
to 7:30, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So stay tuned. We will be back one day.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
you all take care.
All right. Bye.